There is no hell, not as a fire, not as a pit, not as a place waiting for you at the end. I am not saying this to comfort you. I am saying it because I can show you the proof. Here is the first thing to see. The fear of hell was taught to you. It was placed in you young, before you could weigh it. A child does not choose to fear fire that no one has ever shown them. Someone has to describe it first, and a fear that has to be taught is not the same as a truth that simply is. Now look at the record. The oldest people who thought carefully, deeply, patiently about death did not describe a hell. In Kemet, ancient Egypt, they built an entire map of what happens when a life ends. And nowhere on that map is there a lake of fire for the ordinary human heart. What they placed at the center was not a punishment. It was a scale. This is what they knew instead. When a life was measured, the heart was placed on one side of a balance, and on the other side, a single feather. The feather of Ma'at, truth, balance, a right proportion. The question was never, how much do you deserve to burn? The question was, is your heart light enough to be true? That is not a threat. That is a measurement. And a measurement is something you can actually work with. So here is the reframe. Hell is not a place you are sent. It is a weight you carry. A heart grows heavy when it holds what does not belong to it. Old guilt, borrowed shame, fear that was never yours, anger you keep feeding. That heaviness is real. You have felt it, but it is not eternal, and it is not a sentence handed down by a God who enjoys your suffering. It is a load, and a load can be set down. This is where the feather becomes a tool. You do not wait until death to be weighed. You weigh the heart now while you still breathe. You take one heavy thing you are carrying and you hold it against the feather and you ask honest questions. Is it true? Is this guilt even mine to carry? Is it fair? How much of this is actually my share? Is it the right size? Am I burning a whole life over something that needs a single conversation? Will it last? Will this weight matter in a year? Or am I feeding a fire that was never real? Each honest answer takes something off the heart. That is the lightning. That is Ma'at returning. And notice what disappears. When you see this, the fear loses its grip. Not because you were told a comforting story, but because you looked directly at the thing you were afraid of and found there was no floor under it. No fire, no pit, only a scale and a heart and a feather and the quiet daily work of keeping them in balance. So hear this clearly. You were never condemned. You were always simply being weighed. And the scale is not waiting for your death to move. It moves every time you set down what is not yours to carry. There is no hell beneath you. There is only the weight you choose to keep and the feather that shows you the way back to light. This is the way of the feather. If this lifted something off you, stay. This channel is where we do this work and keep your heart light.